Welcome to the Austin LGBT Chamber of Commerce podcast. I'm Tina Cannon, your host and CEO of the Chamber. On this week's pod, we're going to talk local business news headlines. Another theater is losing its cool downtown space. Austin's airport's in hot water over art. And the population numbers are out. Let's see how bored we were during the pandemic. We'll be back. What's shaking, Chamber crew? How's everybody feeling today?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, pretty good.
Feeling great.
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
Apart from it feeling so cold, my nose is frozen in this office today.
I know. Usually we're crying about how hot it is.
Yeah.
And today it's nice and chilly.
Yes, the four bears. Goldilocks and the three bears.
We have to assess who's who.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to dye my hair now, I guess.
I am not following. What?
I don't know. I'm just looking around and I'm
Who's a
like,
bear?
none of us are bears.
Yeah.
True.
None of us have a foot-long corn dog.
It'd probably be warmer in here if there was a bear in here.
That sounds real good.
Oh, my gosh. But we have some libations that warm our soul.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yes, with ice.
Yeah.
That's real
Hate
nice.
ice.
That
Because we're not
sounds
cold
so
enough.
nice.
Hate ice. Hate ice. Hurts
Yes.
my teeth.
Fiona hates ice. So
Yeah.
we went to a party at South by Southwest. Waited in the bar line for far too long. We were probably waiting in line for at least 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh,
And all we wanted was a high noon and a can because clearly
was free.
Clearly it takes
Yeah.
No, it was not free.
you waited 30
We had to pay
But-
for this one.
But
Yeah.
it took him like 30 minutes to make a margarita. So I was like, okay, can. Yes.
Was it like squeezing the
Fast.
agave? I mean,
I don't know.
So
You'd
he was
stop
like,
and have a chat for 5 minutes, wouldn't you, between pouring
Oh,
drinks?
between every drink.
Yeah.
And then, so we only had one high noon that was cold. And
We wanted
Fiona
one
was
each.
like, you can have that one and I'll take this one that was on display on the bar.
oh,
And
the
he
hot
said,
one?
he said, that has been in the sun all day, ma'am.
Right?
He said,
I'm like,
"It's
I
perfect."
don't mind. It's like, it's not cold.
You
and he
Brits.
looked at me like I was
Well,
such a
he tried to
weirdo.
get her a cup of ice. And she was like, no ice.
And I almost squealed. Please don't ruin that drink with ice.
He looked
This-
horrified.
Yes, opened up. It was perfect. It was like room temperature. It wasn't actually that hot. But it meant I could drink it easily.
would have
This is
walked
why
away
we-
from both of you.
This is why we left your country.
Yeah. Truly. Like,
demand
come on.
ice. We sent your tea back. It was too hot.
I know. I mean, that's why I left the country, because it's bloody cold over there. And like, I'd rather be in Texas where it's nice and
Send
hot.
it back. We dumped it in the harbor.
That's right. We dumped it in the harbor.
Yeah, I don't like tea anyway. Coffee is my drink.
Oh.
I do love a biscuit tea.
A biscuit,
Biscuit
tea?
tea?
Yeah, it's new.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like it's
What
a
is
black
that?
tea, but it tastes like biscuits also.
That has to be an American thing.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It's like when-
I can only get it while I'm in England, and I bring it back.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, wouldn't you just have a biscuit?
Well, you could, but if you don't have any biscuits, you're still not without because it's biscuit tea. Thank you, Kat and David. 'Cause they're the ones who got me on it.
But does it taste? It tastes like a biscuit, or is it really a tea that you
It
brew
tastes-
to dunk your biscuit in?
No, it is a tea that has a very subtle biscuit taste.
Wow.
It's like when Americans take pizza and they make it like buffalo pizza.
Delicious.
Buffalo wing pizza. Just have buffalo wings.
My favorite piece of all time is a pierogi pizza.
What? Just have a pierogi.
I love pierogies, but if you're not with a pierogi, you're not without with a pierogi pizza.
Tina, is all of this coming from the same person who made me try a Dorito that tasted like every part of a taco?
Yeah, but I blame
Like-
Christy for that.
Oh
Like
no!
the lettuce, the cheese, the sour cream, tomato. Ugh.
I will
It freaks me
say.
out.
Yeah,
my
it's a little
guilty pleasure is the Doritos Locos Tacos from Taco Bell.
Not me, because I got rid of
so
Cool Ranch.
gross. It's so like nobody should be eating that mess. But like when it's 2:30 in the morning, I'm like, you know, it sounds really good right now. A taco inside a Dorito.
That's why I miss that little Jack in the Box that used to be by my house. Because you'd get that 2 a.m. greasy ass taco that was like the size of your head, but like everybody in line was stoned off their ass.
Man, and they don't give the antenna balls anymore because nobody has an antenna.
Yeah, I forgot about those.
I
little
forgot
guys.
about those too.
I loved my little Jack antenna ball that I had forever and ever. Do you know what we're
Fiona's
talking
like,
about?
what?
Look,
Fiona's
I've got
like,
no
I don't-
idea.
You know Jack?
Yes, yes,
From
yes.
Jack. Well, they
Yes.
used to They used to sell his head
Oh, okay.
as an antenna ball, and
Nice. Well, so when cars had antennas,
when cars had
and you
antennas.
could put an antenna ball on there. Yeah,
That's
that
right.
Sounds interesting.
She's like, we're glad you guys left.
It's kind of like we started in the UK started Red Nose Day.
Yes.
You know Red Nose
Yeah.
Day? Yeah. So I mean, I grew up in Red Nose Day in the 80s, and so
Right.
then you could get all these different red noses and put a red nose to your car and all that stuff.
Aw,
And
cute.
why people want to strap stuff to their car is kind of questionable.
The
to
little
me.
dangling
It's
cowboy
weird.
balls.
Yeah.
Never
Yeah.
understood
Oh God. Yeah.
that. So I guess their trucks have pronouns, turns out.
Wow.
Turns out.
I guess. I don't know.
We're going down that slippery
Well,
slope.
I bet
Yeah.
I bet if you try to put them on the back of that one truck, the whole bumper would just fall off.
I just
Yeah.
haven't seen the equivalent the other way, and I would love to
Don't.
see.
Oh.
I would love to see somebody figure that out.
No.
Yeah, just
Please do not.
just to witness it one time, and be like, oh, and look, they did it. And now it's been done.
You should do that. Come on, you're commuting in and out of Lockhart
Right.
a day.
And then
Emmy.
we will finally have equality. And we have
We
like,
can have a.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to say the word on the podcast?
trailer ball accessories for all.
Oh my God, we went to the Capitol this week. We had our Texas
That was a
drop in
pivot.
for Advocacy Day. Well, talking about balls and assholes, and it just kind of like,
Ended up at the Capitol.
yeah, it just kind of flowed that way. Plus, I needed to move us off this subject.
That's fair. We'll just move right into don't touch the wood.
Yeah. So we were there, and if you sit up in the gallery to watch the chaos down below, there's a little guy that walks by. I think his entire job is to literally just walk up to you and tell you, "Ma'am, please don't touch the wood."
He's a tattletits. That's his role. Like, that's all he does
He
all
looks
day.
like 17 years old as
Like,
well.
it's
I'm like,
the
are you in
banister
school?
in front of you where you're going to sit. So you naturally put your hand on it to sit or to stand
Smallest
on your way
amount
up
of
and out.
legroom in any seat I've ever sat in.
But you're not allowed to touch
and
the
you
wood.
can't use your hands to get up. You just have to-
Yeah, you just have to
core.
figure it out. Meanwhile, my knees are touching the wood. Like, cannot even move.
It was quite a day. It was a good time to visit with all of our legislators. We had our friends from Houston, Dallas, San Antonio come and join us. And they brought a bunch of entrepreneurs. We had a full day drop into the Capitol talking to all the elected officials about the 200 plus anti-LGBT bills that are in this session. So have no fear. As silly as we may be on the podcast, we are getting shit done for you everywhere you turn. It was a good day.
And it was kind of cool. Representative Ray Lopez
Out of San Antonio.
us,
Yeah.
welcomed us to the Capitol or to the House.
yeah, we got a little recognition. It was really nice.
It was cute. We shared a video, so if you would like to zoom in and try to see us on the front row,
Not
upstairs
touching the
up
wood.
there. Yeah, not touching the wood.
Yeah.
But if you want to learn more about how to be an advocate, reach out to us. If you're listening from afar, reach out to your local Chamber of Commerce. So what we do is we help to make sure that your life is easier in the way it needs to be. But keep an eye out. We got some fun things to talk about during events that you can get involved in here at the end of the show. So be sure to stay tuned for that. But let's take a look at some local news headlines. The Hideout Theater is being pushed out of their longtime home on Congress Avenue. According to our friends at the ABJ, the theater is looking for a new home after its historic building on Congress Avenue got a new owner. The theater, and it's a very popular coffee shop right there on 600 block of Congress, has been in operation since 1999 and are being tossed out by the new building owner, says Jessica Argett, the co-owner of the Hideout. And they'll vacate their space in September and they'll start widening down their operations in August. The new owner of the building really is not having much to say, but Arjet is looking for a new building and a new space. So she is needing 7,000 square feet, high ceilings, some good foot traffic. So if you've got space available, let her know. It's been a very cool place for so many years that supports the Austin creative scene. I took an improv class there years ago. I loved it.
I've been there to watch improv. And our first meeting together when I started in my first week in 2022 was at the Hideout
did.
coffee shop.
Oh.
And Tina walked me through all the chamber history.
Cute.
It was cute. It was cute. But it's a great little spot. So if you find yourself downtown, go buy yourself a taco, donut, pastry, and a cup of coffee. Sign up for a class before you can't. And then we're going to work to see if we can't help them out to find a new hideout.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. our airport got into a little bit of hot water, but they are changing the way that they are evaluating public art being used at ABIA. So if you're a local artist, now is your chance to try and win some of the millions of dollars that may be spent on the art in public places out at the airport. So the city is opting to delay the consideration because they made a little mess, but it was $10 million they have to spend by city ordinance. It's a percentage of the total project. They have to spend money on art. So they are now using a new phase because basically they chose some artists from outside the area.
I saw that.
Yeah, it was like
It's a bit weird.
It was like a list of like 3 to 5 artists, none from Austin.
yeah. So now's the time. You can go to the city's website to find out more about how you can apply. Doesn't have to be a big art installation. They just have to burn through that $10 million, and they need to burn through it on our local artists. I can't believe that decision was ever made.
Yeah, I'm actually really surprised, like, how that got through, obviously, more than one person, and nobody was like, does anyone know that these are folks from Central Texas?
We have a huge creative scene
like,
here.
massive. Massive. Yeah, that is insane.
Yeah, so there was a city memo that was published March 19th from the Office of Arts, Culture, Music, and Entertainment to withdraw the prior contract. So it's a brand new office that this new city manager just put together, and the acronym for it is ACME, Art, Culture, Music, and Entertainment. So they put all the city departments that kind of are in that cultural space under one umbrella with one leader in it. And I think that's probably why they were like, oh, we should probably back that up and do that again.
I imagine with the budget and obviously the size of the airport, it's a legit curator who probably was a little snooty.
Or maybe just like swamped
on
with
what artists they chose.
Perhaps.
Because that scene is a scene that I probably will never understand. I either like it or I don't, right?
Yeah.
But there are artists, like listening to people talk at the galleries in Lockhart, like they can rattle off names.
Yeah, I can't do it. But we stopped by your place the other day, and my wife recognized an artist of some of the paintings you had up.
Kathy Womack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love her work. It's like she's got this Women in Wine series, and it's lots of femme presenting women drinking wine and having fun and laughing. But
That sounds
Austin,
wonderful.
It's amazing. You have to come visit Amy.
Your wallpaper's even better.
The wallpaper, that's a whole other story.
I was going to ask if that was the same artist.
Explicit wallpaper right
Yeah.
here? Okay.
It's French tuile.
Sure.
It's $100 a roll. My dad said to me, because I live in an RV, y'all. If you don't know, if you're listening, I live in a camper. No, actually, I live in an RV now, a trailer. I'm a
I'm a non-camper. I don't know the
What
difference.
is it? How many?
It's 37.5 foot long. It's huge. And my
touch
dad,
the
That's a
wood.
big corn dog.
Dad goes a couple of years ago, oh, so darling, what would you like for your birthday? And I thought I'd get something for your RV. Like this wallpaper, dropped in a link to this $100 wallpaper that's made in Paris, and it's super thick. And basically it's French tuile of people, having fun.
It's great because from a distance it just looks
positions.
it looks like just kind of this cute antique looking frolicky stuff, and then you get a little closer and you're like, oh my god,
I do love that.
there's actual anatomy in there.
Yeah, it's a fun surprise the closer you get.
Oh yeah, it took me 6 months to realize that there was actually male genitals visible. Like it's 6 months.
it's like
Really?
where's
Yeah.
Waldo?
Exactly. And then once you see the Waldos, you can't not unsee them.
I know. I'm regretting the decision I made on the wallpaper that
saw.
I purchased, because now I just feel like a child with my G-rated bananas doing yoga.
Well, it has potential.
I thought it was super cute, but now I'm like, I want sexy wallpaper.
Sexy wallpapers in. So maybe the airport will be covered with sexy wallpaper. We don't know, but I'm
I
excited.
can't wait. We should put in a request.
I'm excited. I love the art when you come into the airport. I think it really
it's
sets a
amazing.
standard for who Austin is for our visitors. That, along with our live music scene, the fact that there's tributes to Austin's history inside there. I'm excited for the expansion and all those things. I think this was just a misstep, and it looks like they caught it in time, and they're opening it back up for artists to be able to apply, for you to prove your wares and have your art installations at the airport.
Yeah.
One of the largest in the country, fixing to be. So turns out the Austin population was really bored during the pandemic. Our friends at Axios have a really cool set of numbers, but let's run through it a little bit. The Austin, of course, had the greatest increase in population amongst the 50 most populous metros in the nation during the pandemic period. New data from the Census Bureau says not even a seismic disruption like COVID could stop our meteoric growth. The numbers in the U.S. metro rose by 3.2 million. With a gain of about 1.1%. The greater Austin area grew 2.3 million people in 2025 to 2.55 million people in 2024. It's an 11% increase. Hold on, though, because the high-end earners drawn to Austin during the remote work period early in the pandemic exacerbated our affordability crisis, pushing the middle-class families into the burbs like Buda, Pflugerville, and Lockhart. Big picture, though, that we're looking at, some of the metros were hit hardest by the pandemic with population losses, including New York, Washington, D.C., San Francisco. But we gained about 60,000 residents in that time. So I don't know. I guess we just had things to do. We were just, let's hang out in Austin. I can live anywhere. I'm going to choose to live here, I guess.
It's kind of hard to be bored in Austin. I mean, if you're not required to go into the office, there's just so much to do.
There is. Every time we look at our window, there's something else going on.
It's saying that we were bored? Wait, I'm so confused.
Yeah, that we were like, you know what, let's all move to Austin during the pandemic because it's cool. It's got a vibe.
Oh, yeah.
But unfortunately, the people who could afford to move here during that time then exacerbated the problem for our middle and lower income earners.
Got it.
And
Okay.
Shoved them all out to the 3.2,
Got it.
3.2, 2.5s out in the burbs.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, but I will say, like, the traffic hasn't been. I mean, it hasn't been. People just don't complaining about traffic right now because I think the remote work thing is still a thing.
are you kidding me?
Well, you tell me. I mean, I'm spoiled. I drive like 3 miles.
I have never sat and bumper to bumper on 6th Street until today.
Wow.
What's happening on 6th Street today?
Well, none of the distributors have a place to unload.
They don't have a place to unload.
And it was madness. It was like wacky racers out there. Like with the driverless cars and the people unloading like just loads and loads of beer and liquor and
Right.
I can't.
There's like one through lane that everybody has to go through.
One lane and then you're dodging, the folks.
The flavorful folks that are downtown.
Yeah, this man yells, this lady celebrates. Colton and I have nicknames for them.
Yeah.
all.
What's the toe tapper? I haven't seen him in a while.
We don't really have a nickname for him, but I'm just amazed. His calves must be on fire all the time.
He shifts from right foot to left foot for like hours at a time.
Great cows. Yeah. He has to, right? He just tapping away all day long. I love him. But anyway, yeah, traffic is a nightmare everywhere. I hate it.
Oh, see, it seems pretty easy, but I travel on Lamar a lot, and so traffic. Like today on rainy days,
I could
there's traffic.
spit and hit your house from where we are right now.
Because normally the cyclists and the people who are getting here on scooters that live close by are now, because it's rainy, we will melt. And so we can't ride our bikes.
Well, I was frustrated this morning too because it took me 20 minutes to get across the Congress Bridge, which is a little outrageous. But there was something happening underneath the bridge.
Oh.
So there were police officers blocking one lane, and they got out of their cars and went underneath the bridge.
That's that mass murderer
Again.
at Rainy Street.
Oh no.
Yeah, wrong bridge.
That's a ladybird. What do they call it? Ladybird killer or whatever. Right?
Yeah.
What
was it?
What? It was like a.
The Rainy Street killer, I thought.
Oh.
But
Is what they say.
But it's but I heard a counter argument. Apparently, that's just some random dead bodies that they all like naturally. Seriously, like if you put a body in that river, it just naturally floats to that area.
Yeah.
So it's not like a serial killer. It's just that any dead body.
It's like a
that
trout
ends in
line for dead bodies.
Exactly.
I
It's
hate
just-
to say it, but like some of the stories that I heard about like discovering bodies, and it was like they're toxic. What am I trying to say? They're
Toxicology?
yes, off the scale, like leathered, steaming drunk,
Yes.
and
They're falling in.
they're falling in and they've drowned. Like,
Right.
like it's a tragedy, but anyhow.
I didn't think I'd be able to use this tidbit today, but a friend of mine sent me, and then I shared it with some other of my friends. But there's a space on one of the social media sites about crime and like TV shows about crime. And so the topic for this one was, why do so many murderers bury victims in their own backyards? Because there's a whole show now about buried in my backyard.
Oh, no.
And so this woman comments, I was losing my shit. She goes, Mandy says to this person who posted about why are there so many people burying dead bodies in their backyard. She says, not everyone has the trunk space or gas money to drive way out to the middle of nowhere to dump their bodies. Check your privilege. We're doing the best we can out here.
Oh my God.
You know, wowie. I'm just going to say, if you a pig farmer, you doing all right. That's all you need. I ain't digging for nobody. I ain't digging for you if you did. Like,
Tune in to our special True Crime Edition next week.
Hey, I already have all the visqueen and plastic around my house to look like a Dexter scene. So
Yeah, this was not too long ago. I was in a store and I had to buy like a tarp, some
we
duct
talked
tape,
about
and
doing
I'm like,
this. I
and I'm
still
like,
want to do
I
this.
feel like I'm going to kill somebody.
I still want to do this. You know, you get flagged. Your card, like if you pay by card at Home Depot, if you purchased too much fertilizer and like other.
Oh.
Well, I don't know how to make a bomb.
I don't either.
It's like all
I can
material
barely make my coffee
that you can get at Home Depot. And if you purchase too much, it'll flag.
Oh.
FBI like pulls it, and then you get a visit. Oh. And then they find out that you have 10 acres. But at any rate,
What great information we provide for our
I
members.
know you're all welcome, but please be careful.
Oh my gosh. Switching to our fun facts with Fiona.
Yay! Okay, so I wanted to tie this one to the Hideout Theatre. So in the early 2000s, which is now like 24 years ago, Austin's drag king scene was quietly flourishing in DIY performance spaces like coffee shops and improv theatres. And so groups like King and Things blended satire, activism, and gender-bending performance art, building queer community from the ground up.
Wow.
Yeah, and it made me think I haven't seen a drag king performance for a long time, and I need
haven't in ages.
I know.
I mean,
They're
sometimes
here.
We had one at a ribbon cutting.
and when I haven't had time
months
to
ago.
pluck
Oh my
my
gosh,
chin.
that's right. We did at
Out Wellness.
Out Wellness. Thank you.
Lovely.
Sid's place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I haven't had time to pluck, you're welcome. There's a show.
Oh, come on.
Was that on a Thursday?
You know, if it isn't a slap in the face enough to get chin hairs, now they're gray.
Oh.
I'm like,
Oh.
I got clear chin hairs.
Well, at least it's translucent. Maybe people can't see them.
It's just like you're old, and also you're old. Thank you. Like,
Don't touch the wood.
don't touch the wood, man. Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah. The fun things about
Thank you,
getting older.
perimenopause.
Well, I just want to quickly add though the producer of King and Things, her name was Cherry Poppins. Isn't that cute?
Cute.
That
Cherry
is
Poppins.
cute.
Yeah.
It's also real clever.
That's my favorite thing I think about drag is just the clever freaking names.
And roller derby. Drag and
Yeah.
roller derby.
Yeah.
I know someone in roller derby that goes by that name as well.
Cherry
What,
Poppins.
Cherry
In
Poppins?
San Marcos.
Oh,
Yeah, I have a friend, Stevie Kicks. which
That's
is-
cute.
That's a cute
That's
one, right? Yeah.
I like that. We do have I was going to say a bad word, but we have a bunch of members
We do.
with our Chamber of Commerce. We're just under 500 chamber members, everybody from Apple and the big boys all the way down to small, as we call them, mom and pop and pops, and of course all of our allied businesses. Who do we have for some new members?
New members, we have Drinks Lounge, The Cavalier, and our new big friends over across the street.
oh, do I get to say that?
You can say it if you want to, yeah.
Yay! So Chase Bank.
Yes, right. We're looking at their building right now.
Yeah.
Bow, 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 bow,
I need a
bow.
button like that.
Chase.
I have a button like that, but I can't find it, and I end up hitting a bunch of other buttons.
But yeah, we do have those are Grubhub recipients, the Drinks Lounge and Cavalier. So and GLCC is also covering their membership for a year.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. How can people become a member?
Oh, and I forgot one because
Oh.
we just got another one today.
Go.
Friendom is
Wow.
a queer social group to find friends. Friendship when you're
sounds
not
great.
trying to date. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah.
And they've done a couple of events over at Out Wellness too.
Fantastic.
So working with
Love
other
that.
members. I love it.
That's the thing I love about the membership group here is that they are like really intentional about working with each other and seeking each other out and doing business with each other. I think it's fantastic. It's a really great community. There's days I go home and I'm like, yep, I feel pretty good about what I do.
It's a loyalty club. I feel like we should get perks. I want a punch card. Every time I go to a member business, I want to be like, how many punches do you have? I had to get a new card.
Seriously, yeah, for sure. Colton, what do we got on the haps for events? I know we've got some fun ones coming up.
Yes. So if you're listening to this on Friday, the day of release, get in the car tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon and drive out and meet us in Lockhart.
Or in the morning.
Yeah, or in the morning. Get some barbecue and then we'll be there soon.
Yes.
March 29th, we are returning to Lockhart, Texas as part of our Small Town Big Pride program. Registration is still open. The bus is full.
Wah, wah, wah.
And we're going to have a lot of fun on that bus.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to have even more fun when we get to Lockhart. So register, meet us there. We have a whole schedule lined up for you. 20 members, 17 storefronts.
Yep. Free STI testing with Vivint.
Yes.
Ribbon cutting, ceremony, and proclamation with Mayor Lou. And if you are on a bus with us, you get to have some Jim Beam.
Yeah.
Because they are sponsoring this event.
You, Jim Beam.
Jim Beams and Centauri. So, it's going to be a great weekend. I'm so excited. And the town is so excited for us to come back. So
I love it so much.
Yeah.
We're going to have so much fun. So many different types of businesses to support. We got coffee shops, bars, restaurants,
Plants.
retail,
Pet stores.
art gallery, literally everything.
Antique shops. Yeah, it's a little bit for everybody.
Oh, it's, I know someone who lives there.
And a new Irish pub.
And a new Irish pub. And one of our new members, O'Donnell's. It's there. If you came and visited last year with us, we have added so many new members, and there's so many new businesses that have just opened up on the square. So these folks weren't even there the last time we visited.
They're going to be in for a shock.
Yeah, you're going to see some new businesses. The downtown revitalization is wrapping up, so the sidewalks are looking really good. I'm excited. This is great.
Yay.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Okay, I'll see y'all on Saturday. And then we also have 2 events on Monday for Transgender Day of Visibility. Fiona, do you want to talk a little bit about the panel and your film?
Oh, okay.
I just want everyone to know, if they have not already watched the film, a little bit more about it.
Okay.
It's powerful.
Thank you so much, Colton.
And it's brilliant.
Thank you. So Transgender at War and in Love is the film. You can find it if you search on YouTube or anywhere else.
Or on our website.
Or on our website. Sorry, go to our website first to see it. Yes, thank you for embedding it on the website. But Transgender at War and Love came out 10 years ago when there was a ban against trans service members. Logan and Layla Island are featured in it. And the film became Emmy nominated, which is really cool. But it also...
Yes.
It helped influence change, and we thought everything was okay, and then new things happened. So now there is a potential new ban going into effect. So it's actually just as timely as ever. But Layla from the film is going to be on our panel. She's amazing. She's now stationed in Hawaii. And then we have Miriam and Sophia from Equality Texas, and Eve from our board, and Seventh Scout chamber members. And so they're going to have a panel discussion afterwards. So we're really looking forward to talking about the importance of visibility and what we can do, especially as it relates back to business in the workplace. And then, do you want me to keep going, or you want to go?
Keep going.
Okay.
We have an in-person opportunity too.
We have what, sorry?
In-person opportunity.
Oh gosh, yeah. So in person, we can do a happy hour at El Raval, or we are doing a happy hour, 5 to 7, owned by Laura Friedman and her wife, Layla. She's called Layla too.
Layla's all around.
We've got all the Laylas. Layla's on Trans Day Visibility. Please come join us. And we're grateful to be partnering with Equality Texas on this event. Thank you.
Amazing. And next week, April 2nd, is our monthly chamber luncheon. You can meet us at Gracia Mediterranean. Ooh. Delicious food. So good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one for real sells out. If you have dined there, or you came with us last time we visited, with the consulate, the Irish consulate. It was
Oh
fun.
yeah, that was right before we went to Ireland.
Hi,
Yeah.
Neve.
Yeah, Neve was there.
Miss you.
Yeah, miss her dearly. It's a tighter space, so this one, like, legit, it sells out. Please don't show up.
Food is
unannounced.
super good.
Like, we will have to turn you away.
Like I ate, and then I was like, "Oh, I'll take the other half with me."
Oh my God, yes.
And then I ate it in the car on the way back to the office.
Yeah, last time it was like a saffron rice and chicken skewers, and I was like,
so good.
holy cow, this is good. Cameron always has great food.
Yes.
Yeah. When the Houston Chamber went over to Gina's after our first day at the Capitol event, I was like, order the bread. Make sure you order. Do not leave that restaurant without ordering that cheesy bread. So, yeah.
If I had to pick one thing that I could only eat for the rest of my life, it might be that bread.
That bread.
So
I
good.
love bread. Wasn't that
Bread and
do you
cheese.
remember? Was that Oprah when she was talking about her new diet? She was like, I love bread.
I'm like, we know, girl.
Yeah. Yeah. Very exciting.
And our happy hour for April will be at BD Riley's.
Whoop, whoop.
That will also be super fun. More info on that later. So many upcoming member events as well. Weekly trans mask workout, weekly trans femme workouts without wellness. Some really cool events coming up with KMFA Classical. Some shows at the Long Center. So many cool things coming up. Go to AustinLGBTChamber.com now to learn more.
Good stuff. A gazillion events, all the ways to get involved, up to 500 different business members. Day at the Capitol. We produce a music festival. We have about 70 different events throughout the year. Like,
Oh my God, we're so boring.
And be checking your email. I mean, your mail
my mail. What about my?
for impact reports.
Oh my gosh, the
For
impact
2024.
reports. It's the best brag rag in town. Literally.
I really like the impact report this year.
It's so cute.
It's yeah.
Well, thanks.
I like them every year, but this year I don't know. The cover it just brings joy.
Yeah.
It does. And if you're more of a digital person, you can go to the website and read the impact report and flip through the pages as if it was in your hand.
That's right.
Yeah.
I took
And
one.
if you need one in person, come to our events. We'll give you one.
I took one to a meeting yesterday, Colton, and it was like so enjoyable to like sit there and explain the benefits of joining the chamber and just go gently through page by page with all these beautiful visuals. Honestly, I was thinking, that's the best tool ever.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, yeah, great job. It looks really
Thank
cool.
you.
Yeah, tons of ways to get involved, but we'll see you Saturday out at Lockhart for sure. Just drive out there, join us, have a good time for sure. As always, thanks for joining us on our podcast. If you want to learn more about becoming a chamber member, visit us at AustinLGBTChamber.com. If you want to be a sponsor or a guest on the show, email us at info@AustinLGBTChamber.com. Listen to the show every Friday wherever you get your podcasts. Be sure to follow. Thanks, and we'll talk to you next week.